I just hit the first stage of monetization here on YouTube. I've been an audio engineer for 16 years. I mostly work with musicians. I love the idea of building a career around music. So that's what this channel is about. Trying to work with and help musicians is something that I deal with on the daily. And if you were that type of person, this video is for you. This first stage of monetization on YouTube is huge for me, first of all, because I've never really tried to push towards something like this in all my years of being on social media or any type of content platform. My goal is to get fully monetized within 1 year. So that is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm right under 800 subscribers and just got to the 3,000 watch hours point, which officially allows me to open up the YouTube creator platform and start earning money. My first video was November 4th of last year. So how many days is that? So November 4th to March 30th is what it took for me to get that goal. How long will it take me to get the last 1,000 watch hours and 200 subscribers? I'm not sure. Do you watch my videos and do you subscribe? That helps out a lot. Anyways, okay. All pandering aside, I started this to accomplish some of my own goals, but I also started it to help motivate the people that I work with. If we work together and you're seeing me slowly hit these goals, then just know that I want you to be inspired. We work really hard on the music that we're working on in studio, and I really want this to translate into the releases. It's really easy to get caught up on one style of release, something that you like doing, something that you're comfortable with, but it takes a lot of different uncomfortable paths to go in to really build this into something bigger. And I know some of you have been working on this hard and have been seeing some actual progression. So I really want us all to grow together. I want to see you guys chipping away at these other things. Let's go over a couple little stats here. I released 45 videos to get to this point. 45 videos. Okay. That's a lot to get 33,000 views. My average video length is a little bit over 10 minutes to 15 minutes, right around that range. I truly believe you as a musician should be trying to get monetized on YouTube, a platform that I think a lot of musicians truly neglect. And I think that that's a mistake. And I'll tell you why. I think that you need to be making other kinds of content than music and little videos where you're dancing for TikTok with your music. Okay. I think that you need to show people who you are in a bigger way. I think that you need more content than short form content. I think that you should be trying to get monetized on every single platform. And it should be a study of yours to figure out what those goals are for each platform and go for it. When I first started posting videos, for those of you that don't know me, this was around August last year. I started posting almost every single day a short form video to Instagram. So I did that for 30 days of posting almost every single day, meaning I would show up to the studio, I would say something really quick about something that I cared about, and I would put it together and try to release it to Instagram right before my session showed up. And I tried to use this as a practice to see just if I could do it in the first place and what it felt like. What kind of stats could I gain and what could I learn from this experience? So I tried doing that for a while. Month 2 goes around and I start a new TikTok channel and I start posting the same thing that I'm posting to Instagram to TikTok. So that's 2 months now of posting now on 2 platforms. The 3rd month, I add YouTube and I keep posting to YouTube, just the short form stuff. And somewhere within the November range, I'm like, you know what? I need to start doing long form videos. I've always wanted to do those, but I feel like the types of things that I want to talk about are bigger than just like little tiny short clips. So it felt like it was calling my name, whether you like it or not. So I started making those videos and also making shorts, but I slowed down on the short form content. I felt like to be able to do both, I needed to kind of like relax a little bit and also save some of that energy for these longer videos. Something was different. Something about long form videos and that type of pursuit was so much different than what I thought it would be. The audience was much smaller. You didn't just get 300 views out the gate just because. Still to this day, I don't get 300 views out the gate just because. It just has to be a video that really is an outlier compared to my normal baseline stats. No, in fact, the first video that I posted got like 5 views. And the next video that I posted got a couple, like 5 to 10 views also. This is a really humbling platform because it shows you a really slow growth pattern, but it feels more real for some reason. I'm not sure exactly how to explain it. All the other short form content sites, it's like, like let's just say TikTok, you put your short on there, you put it out there, and all of a sudden it just does what it does or whatever. Some people see it, some people may not see it. I don't know what happens with it. It doesn't feel like it's actually building anything. I was growing some subscribers over time on TikTok, but it wasn't a lot. It was kind of a slow going thing. Part of this is because of my content, and we could talk about this as well. Every single platform usually requires a different kind of content and even editing style for the same video. So you would take Instagram videos, edit them slightly differently than you would for TikTok. But nobody's got time for that. I'm still working. I still got a family. I'm doing a ton of things, and I don't have time to go that crazy. So I do what most people do and try to focus on one main thing that you could actually build. And I do think that that's a great strategy for the people that I work with. I'm seeing some of you guys doing one thing and really starting to see some growth in that direction. What I would say is to start developing this one direction. You want to potentially start seeding other directions that you might want to start building at the same time. This depends on your time, your effort level that you're willing to put in, and the push you're trying to go in. But one thing that I've been slacking on is taking all of these clips from these 45 videos that I've made and making 3 to 5 clips per video and putting them on TikTok and just like spamming TikTok, and then putting my outliers, the ones that are doing better than others, taking those and then putting those on Instagram. In time, I think that I will put more effort into that. If money starts coming in from this, I am going to start potentially paying an editor to do these videos, and that will free up time for me to do other things as well. I might get something like Opus Clip, which cuts up your videos and puts text over it and stupid little graphics and stuff like that, just to kind of like cut down the time. But I want to just encourage you guys to build these goals. This all started for me trying to figure out what it felt like to post every single day. Someone who doesn't necessarily want to be on camera. I feel like being a narcissist would really help me get through this a lot easier. But it took a lot of cringing in the background, me watching myself mess up over and over and over and over and over and over while doing these edits, and it really sucked. It still sucks. I'm getting a little bit better at it, but it's going to take me years to be able to just sit here and talk in front of the camera without having to do any edits. My first YouTube videos, I swear it was almost every single sentence was a new edit because of how much I was messing up. But I'm used to not naturally being good at something. With the engineering stuff, I was not just naturally good at it. It's just something that I was able to obsess about and take my time to learn over a long course of time, doing it a lot and actively trying to get better at it. That's the only reason why I know the things that I know. So I took that same approach to YouTube. I knew that if I were to set a goal to get monetized within a year, that I would possibly be able to hit that goal. And I would also be able to, more importantly, get better at talking on camera. And I think that content is the future. I think that communicating this way is such a powerful tool when you're trying to build a career online. And that's what being a musician is. I know it's not natural for most of you musicians to think about being a YouTuber, but I want you to seriously think about what kind of ways can you become a YouTuber that will actually benefit your career, first of all, and also be something that you love doing. You don't have to do what I'm doing, where I'm trying to release like 2 to 3 videos a week and try to do tons of advice and all that kind of stuff. But you could make the journey that you're on to become a musician a part of your story, the story that people are let in on. And, I know tons of people that are in session all the time. Almost every week they'll come in for a session and not document their journey, not document the story behind the music, the reason why they are the way that they are, the reason why that they care, the reason why other people should care. That's the type of stuff that I want you to start doing. You could get monetized faster or benefit from already being monetized if you're already monetized by having more content on your platform. And I'm talking specifically for YouTube. Make it with YouTube in mind and possibly clip it up for little tiny clips for your other socials. Now, in the beginning, you might not have any good ideas, and that's okay. It's not about having good ideas in the beginning. What I'm hoping you would achieve in the future is to learn how to develop good ideas. Like, let's just say, oh, hey, I got a video shoot. Let's invite some fans out to the video shoot and get people involved somehow and get some content out of that. Show me talking to some fans. Just come up with different, interesting, entertaining ideas over time. There's so many things that you can do besides just doing the talking head stuff. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a routine release schedule the way that YouTube would ultimately like. But it could be something that starts getting your watch time up, starts helping develop your brand, your story. And that is really, really important when it comes to how your longevity will feel within the music business. I've been in this long enough to see people go on these really strong runs of about 6 months of promoting, building up a buzz. Everybody's talking about their stuff. Everything is happening. And then all of a sudden, they stop. They go out of season. And it's very natural to feel that way. It's really hard to work out constantly. You usually have to take some time off and rest. But in that off season, nothing happens. And then they have to then start again after their off season starts to wear off and they start to feel inspired again. And then they start having to build that momentum over and over again. And this takes a lot of time and effort to develop, to then just let it drop. And it's challenging. It's extremely hard. I've already gone through the feeling of not liking making videos and just wanting to stop, wanting to just be away from it all. I've already felt that, and it's only been 5 months. But I know this, I know how this works, and I'm going to try to push through it no matter what. Because the only way to be successful is to go further, is to go longer than that. What happens when I get monetized? Well, most likely I'll probably have a celebration phase, and then I'll probably feel the mundaneness of life again and then want to slow down and possibly stop. I'm already mentally prepared for that. And trying to develop a strategy where it's just part of my daily routine has helped me a lot throughout this. Life is changing a lot. There are a lot of things going on in the background that people aren't seeing that makes this hard. And I know you know what this is like. I know you feel this as well. So that's why the first thing that I did when I first started this was to start every single day just making simple videos. I wasn't worried about perfection. I just let the videos go out even though I was not happy with them, which goes against your being, your fiber of your being. You want it to be perfect. You want to be shown in the best light possible. But the only way to start and to get over that is to make more stuff. Hitting this first stage of monetization is really a great, cool milestone and everything. But the ultimate goal is a 5-year goal, which is the number one goal of that is to be still doing this in 5 years, period, regardless of any other metric. The next goal, hopefully be able to do a video where I'm talking on camera without stopping and stuttering over my words all the time. The next thing would be, hopefully I figure out what kind of niche that I'm really comfortable with. Maybe it's not even this channel at all. Maybe I start a different channel and it's about cooking briskets. Who knows? And just talking to chickens. I don't know. What I do know is that I'm extremely passionate about music and artists getting better and wanting them to succeed. I've wanted this for 20 years now. It's something that I love seeing when somebody starts breaking through, starts seeing these little milestones happening. And I want to encourage you guys to do the same, to be a part of this, to build with me. Another goal is for me to learn how this all works. I want to understand YouTube and marketing yourself on a different level than I do now. I want it to be so intuitive that I can actually analyze people's channels. I want to potentially have multiple channels, one that's more geared towards engineering stuff and one that still stays on this pathway. And yeah, maybe a cooking channel, like I said. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm just worried about being able to continue doing this. That's the number one most important thing that anybody should be thinking about. Once you've proven to yourself that you can continue doing this, then you could look backwards, look at your stats, and reassess, reevaluate what you like doing, what you don't like doing, and start going in that direction. So anyways, this is just a quick update. I just want to let you guys in on where my channel is at and where I want it to go. I want to encourage you guys to be developing goals and hitting those goals, working towards them, chipping away at it. Even if it feels like a slow crawl, I want you to keep crawling, keep going, build this into your routine. If you're not willing to do this with a couple people watching only, you're not going to be able to do it with thousands or millions of people watching. You'll burn out. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching, your time, and putting up with me. I'll talk to you in the next one.